Today we're going to see who's the king of the course. Let's go. Really, they're differentiated by their wheelbase. There you are. So as you can see, the Gladiator is longer. And like I said in my last video, longer means more stable for ascents and descents. And we also have another advantage here in that we've got brass portal outers and metal wheels. The wheels add 100 grams per corner, and the outers add, I think, something like 70 odd grams each corner. There's nothing on the rear. Now that is against the stock as a rock kit, JL Unlimited. We have no portal covers here, they're just plastic, and the wheels are the stock plastic axial ones. Nitto grapplers on both only lightly used really. What's really going to play into the differences here is the wheelbase, short or long. Before we get them on the track, let's take a look at their internals. They are actually quite similar internally. And if you look at the front, especially if we line them up, the JL is on the left and the Gladiator's on the right. It's the same machine. But when you get to the back, I'll line up the wheels at the back, notice how much further back the bumper is on the Gladiator. So that departure angle is going to make things much harder for it coming off sharp problems. But otherwise your internals are very similar. You've got the same steering setup, same motor covers, same location for the electronics. So it's my electronics in this, and this is the stock electronics in that. Very, very similar. 3-pole, 5-pole motor, good servo, INJORA servo. Really, they're both really similar systems. Now, you've seen the Gladiator before, so I'm going to throw the Gladiator up in the bottom corner while we do a time lapse with this guy, and then I'll come back and have a chat at the end. Let's do it. Now, I've just put this one on the rocks, and we got 3 gate touches and 1 reverse. And we did our bonus, and we did it in 3 minutes exactly. Gladiator did it with 6 reverses, 3 gates. 2 minutes, 32 seconds. I was slower with the JL, that was 3 minutes. They both touched 3 gates. So the end results were similar, but they felt really different on the rocks. Now, if you're wondering which of these to get if you're interested in the SCX10 III, whether it's this or the new retro Jeep, like they're going to be really similar. The Gladiator is special because its longer wheelbase means it's just going to handle differently. They both have the 2 servos for first and second gear and for dig, and I used dig on both of these and I kept them in first gear for the test. I have weight in the front and the heavier wheels. If I didn't have that, I know from experience with this thing it would have scored a lot worse and it would have taken a lot longer and it would have been unenjoyable. As it was, they were both enjoyable. This thing has, I think it's 48, I looked it up, it's 48.5 grams in each of the front wheel weights here. That's the outer portal covers. And the difference in weight of these wheels is 100 grams. So it's about 150 grams heavier up front and 100 grams heavier in the rear on each side over the stock wheels and plastic portal covers. With these advantages, they're really similar on these rocks. Different rocks, maybe. Maybe a different thing. I also looked it up. This thing has, in this current guise, done problems 1, 2, 4 and 5 successfully. Funnily enough, in stock form, 1, 2, 4 and 5 successfully. They both struggled on problem 3 and they both struggled on problem 6. So you're left with really similar vehicles. Assuming you do the upgrade on this, they're going to handle similarly. This thing actually feels more planted. Again, that'd be the weight down low doing that. It's quite fun to drive and it looks pretty undeniably. If you like the Gladiator, be prepared to add a bit of weight down low and you'll get good performance out of it. If you want performance and you want the SCX10 III platform in whichever the best performance is, go for the shorter wheelbase one. Do the same mods, which we'll get to. Bit of brass up front, not a lot, but 50 grams aside, and slightly heavier wheels, and you will have a peach. It will be the one to get for performance. To my driving, this is more enjoyable to drive. This guy performs better and it's still quite fun. So there you go, 2 very similar vehicles. Now you've got your outcomes, 2 very similar performances before upgrades, after upgrades though. So there you go. Thank you so much for watching. I'll let you make up your own mind, or maybe you want to let me know in the comments below what you think and why, and if I've missed anything. Because we didn't talk about lights, we didn't talk about radios. They're both fun to drive with and they're both comfortable. I like them both. Which one would you choose? Let me know. Throw me a like if you got something out of this. Thanks for watching and I'll catch you next time on RC-TNT. Yeah, the Unlimited is where it's at. Yeah.